Good morning. It's Monday, May 11th, and you're watching World Watch News in 3. Some tough news on the job front this morning. In just 1 month, we've lost almost as many jobs as we created in a decade.
These are heartbreaking numbers.
Look at this chart. These represent jobs added month 1, month 2, on and on for 113 straight. Runs about 10 years, creating 22.8 million jobs in total. Now, here's March. This is when we started closing down the economy the last few weeks. But here's the real heartbreaker, the month of April. This line just goes down and down. More than 20 million jobs lost and the worst unemployment rate ever recorded. Now here's another way to look at it. Each of these people represents 10,000 workers. These are job losses in mining, even more job losses in construction and manufacturing. Healthcare workers, educators, taking it even worse on the chin. But look at this category, hospitality. These are people who work in hotels, theme parks, and restaurants.
We looked at the numbers last night and combed through them. It looked like about 3/4 of the job loss were from temporary layoffs.
Meaning, as we reopen, there's hope for a bounce back. That explains why the stock market has started to rally. Because job reports look back and investors look to the future. One stock index, mainly high-tech companies, has even completely recovered losses on the year despite the hardship. If you want to pick up a pair of rare Air Jordans, the highest price that we can find was about $20,000 for this. Nike made just 10 pair. Now, these are nice, just a little dated, as in the year 1985, and pretty, well, broken in. Still, they're going to auction and expected to bring up to $150,000. That's because the one who broke them in is the one they're named for, Michael Jordan. And look, he autographed them. But what makes them a big deal is he played in them. The bidding closes next week. Just looking at this, it makes no sense. Pouring perfectly good milk down a drain, and at a time when we hear about food shortages? Well, there is a reason. And it begins with understanding supply chains, one for regular consumers, people like you and me, and one for big institutional consumers like restaurants and schools. Now, each of the supply chains takes about half of all milk produced. But because restaurants and schools haven't been buying, there's nowhere to store it. Now, you can't ask cows to hold it, they've got to be milked every day. Now, here's one solution. This is the Massachusetts Army National Guard. They're filling jugs, giving them away to families in need. Last month, taxpayers gave the post office $10 billion to help keep it afloat, but that's nowhere near enough. If the Postmaster General's warning is to be believed, the post office needs $75 billion, it says, or it'll be out of money by September. President Trump says it ought to charge Amazon more for package delivery before he'll even think about a bailout. The post office has lost money every year since 2007. In Singapore, officials are calling this dog-like robot Spot. Except in this case, the dog is the one giving the orders. It's got cameras and sensors to help estimate the number of visitors at parks.
Please stand at least 1 meter apart. Thank you.
Yeah, you come when it calls. It's run by remote control and it issues social distancing warnings. Developers hope it'll run on artificial intelligence soon. Yeah, what could go wrong? Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm the Big Bash. We'll see you tomorrow.